possible. So him dying is very convenient for the people in charge. And it's going to be quite upsetting that the person or persons who decided this had to take place might be the same people who tweet out, "Oh, we're very glad that Trump's okay." And then something else is going to happen later down the line. November's a long way away. And I'm genuinely upset by this because this is the end of the Western world as we know it. Trump is the last hope. You get 3 lives, as I've said multiple times. I've said once you've turned down their money, which I did myself, once you turn down their money, they delete all of your socials. And after that, they try and put you in jail. And if that doesn't work, they will kill you. And I don't know if Trump's going to make it to November. And I'm genuinely very upset.
So you don't think this is a lone wolf that tried to allegedly assassinate Trump?
Absolutely fucking not. That is the biggest scam garbage. The idea that some one lone crazed gunman, that is the proxy they use for nearly everything. Anyone who understands the world knows that nobody likes to get their hands dirty. And this is how things operate endlessly, right? The recent terrorist attack in Russia. Oh, ISIS did it. Yeah, okay, ISIS did it. Who sponsored them? Who trained them? Who convinced them? Who gave them the weapons? Who sent them there? There are intel agencies around the world constantly and endlessly looking for some idiot to do something stupid, whether it's via religious indoctrination or political indoctrination. You can be an intel agency from nearly any country in the world. China, Russia, America, you name it. Saudis, doesn't matter. They're constantly on the internet trying to find some dumbass, hoping he'll go and do something stupid, and they have plausible deniability. We've all seen the movies, right? If you get caught, this has nothing to do with us, and we're not coming to save you. That is the standard operating protocol. They wanted this to go through. They wanted Trump to die, and they wanted to blame this one dummy, and they wanted to put one dummy in jail and go, "Oh, we fixed the problem now. We caught the dummy, and the dummy's in jail. What more could we have possibly done? Oh, well, the end of America." That was their goal. They don't care about him, and none of us should care about him. He doesn't matter. What matters is he was sent there to do this, and anybody who thinks he wasn't doesn't understand this world very well. And that's what's scary, because when you use proxies, you can find more. You think there's not another fucking idiot in America? You think there's not another fucking dumbass who won't go and try something else? There's a lot of dumbasses. What's scary is they've now reached stage 3. Stage 3 has been authorized. I don't want to make this about me because it's not about me. I turned down $55 million. I was deleted from the internet a month later. A few months after that, the Romanian government was told to put my ass in jail. That's how it works. My stage 2 has been authorized. Thank God it's not yet stage 3. That day may come. Someone has signed off now. Trump has to go. And if we think that him surviving this assassination attempt, which has made him a legend, has increased his power, has made him a larger threat to them, has them sitting there going, "Ah, shit, we missed. I guess we'll just let him be president," then you need to wake up to how the world really works. Because now they're more afraid than they've ever fucking been. And scared dogs bite. And now they're going to do anything it fucking takes. And November is a long way away.
So, Andrew, not sure if you know, Elon has posted 46 minutes ago, "I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery." 39 minutes ago, he posted another photo of Trump holding his fist up. And 31 minutes ago, he posted, "Last time America had a candidate this tough was Theodore Roosevelt." That was 31 minutes ago by Elon. Do you expect to see, we've got others that have endorsed, I can't remember who it was, that have endorsed Trump as well in the last, since the attempted assassination. What do you expect to happen next? Do you expect an influx of endorsements to Trump? And does that essentially seal Trump as the next president after how this event unfolded?
Does it seal Trump as the next president? Is that an option on the table for the people who have just tried to assassinate him? Are they prepared? Let's be professionals here. Are they prepared to rig an election? Well, yes. They're going to attempt to assassinate him. Let's say they fail. Then they'll rig the election. If they rig the election, the whole country will be up in arms. It will be civil war. Do you think these people who are in charge really give a fuck about a civil war? Do you think they care about you at home and your groceries and your house being broken into and the black on white insane violence that will be spawning from the cities with the illegal migrants they've led in? Do you think they give a fuck? These people don't care about you, and these people won't be in the war. They're going to be on a jet somewhere at Davos. I have been unfortunate enough to travel all of the echelons of society. I grew up with a single mother on government housing, and I've sat around with sheikhs ordering Bugattis. I've seen it from top to bottom, and I'm telling you, they don't give a fuck about you, and they're not scared of a civil war either. The idea that, oh, they can't just rig the election, everyone will know. You think they give a fuck if you know? They just tried to fucking kill the president and we all know. They don't care. And if I keep saying this kind of stuff too tough, I'll be put on their list. What's most scary is they don't fear any possible consequence because we're now living in a world where we don't know who our rulers are. You don't know who they are. You can't name them. You can name a few. You can name a couple of the puppets they put out front, but there's a whole bunch of people behind them you can't name. You could walk past them on the fucking street. We don't know who our rulers are, and we don't know who's in charge of assassinating the people we want to rule us. So they don't give a shit about civil war. They don't give a shit about anything besides someone like Trump coming into power and changing the order of things and changing the operating protocol of shadow figures deciding what's what. That's what they're afraid of. And they will do anything it takes to prevent it happening. We're now sitting around talking about an election in November. We're assuming he makes it to November, and then we're assuming there's going to be a fair election. I think that's a lot of assumptions. I just think that these people understand that this is a non-starter for them. They've sat in a room and said he can't be president. They're like, oh, but what if? There is no what ifs. He can't be president. I say to the world all the time, I never went to university. I don't read books, blah, blah, blah. I do all these podcasts, etc., etc. I'm street smart. I'm from the streets. I've been in rooms with drug dealers sitting there saying, this guy has to die. We can't let him live. And he ends up dead. And if that's low-level drug dealer bullshit for a street corner, we're talking about now about the most powerful country on earth and its government. You're telling me people in a room aren't sitting there going, nope, not acceptable. Oh, then what are we going to do? Then fix it. That's how the world fucking works. He's been signed off now. They've signed off on stage 3. Trump can't eat food safely again. He can't fly in a fucking helicopter. He can't get on a fucking plane. He can't go out in public. He can't do fucking anything ever again until November. And then we have to assume they're going to give a fair election, which they're fucking not. Because everyone seems to think that they're afraid of us knowing what they're going to do. That ended with Epstein. By the way, I would never kill myself. They used to operate in the shadows. They used to sit and say, well, let's get to do this. Let's do something nefarious. And then let's use the media machine to lie and convince everybody at home that we didn't do it. Epstein was the point where they were like, we have no choice but just to pull the trigger. Epstein was a perfect example. He has to die. But he's in maximum security prison. Doesn't matter. He has to die. But they're going to know we killed him. Doesn't matter. He has to die. That was it. They signed off on stage 3. The cameras were turned off. He's in the prison cell, blah, blah, blah. Everyone knew they did it. And what did we do? Nothing. Make memes. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, memes. Oh, Epstein didn't kill himself. And they sat there and thought, oh, okay, cool. So they know. We know they know. But nothing happens. And that's where the world has changed. That's where the world's changed. They now know we know and nothing happens. They don't give a fuck anymore. And they're not trying to hide it anymore. If they can get Epstein in a fucking prison cell, they can get Trump at a fucking rally. And I'm telling you now that stage 3 has been signed off, we've entered a new territory, which is scarier than ever before.
So we do have just a quick update. I see Sully, I've unmuted, but we do have the Poly Market has now put the odds of Trump being the next president. Obviously, if Andrew, if he survives till November, at 69%.
You mentioned about the shooter, and you said that really, in reality, he's a patsy. He doesn't matter. There was reports earlier, somebody, Chief, mentioned that possibly this could be Antifa. And again, these are all expected claims. Who would have motive?
Just the claims, sorry, Sully, I've got an update. The claims of him being Antifa seem to be not true because these claims also state that he's... No, these
Yeah, I said unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. So
yeah.
Hey,
so
Mario,
I'm saying
can
claims.
I just add something? Hey, guys, can I just add something real fast? So there's a photo of a man that's being spread around, and it's saying it's Mark Violet, and apparently, according to some community notes, it's the photo's not of this man named Mark Violet. It's actually an Italian football fan called Marco Violi.
So yeah, because my question wasn't really based on that. I'm saying there's going to be claims that he's Antifa. There'll be claims that he's from the left. There'll be many, many claims, right? And the question most people are going to have is, I know you said they. Andrew, that's a question to you.
Great. So I'm the next one on the list, huh? Well, I think if you understand the world, you understand that it's always ever been about money and power. So you have to sit and decide and use your own mind to decipher which large interest groups want to retain their stranglehold on American policy, primarily foreign policy, because the government doesn't give a fuck about any of the people in America. They don't care about you. They care about their global influence, and they care about making sure everybody's afraid of them and using their military industrial might to blow the fuck out of anybody who disagrees with anything they say. So there's different interest groups which could perhaps agree that losing their stranglehold on American foreign policy would be disastrous. There's probably one primary one. And I think anybody with a brain can work out who that is. I'm in the middle of a very precarious legal predicament here in Romania. I have to be very careful what I say. But it's primarily about American foreign policy. That's what it's primarily about, because America is the world's bully, and they control how most of the countries that you'd like to visit at least operate. Self-destruct on command. They force them to hang themselves. And to do this, you have to be fearsome. And what you don't want is a president who says certain things. Anti-war is only one of the things. But also putting America first is another thing they don't like the idea of. They don't care about the American domestic economy or the domestic populace. They don't want you to put America first. They want you to put the military industrial machine first and put bullying and destroying other nations first. They have no care for the average American citizen. Who these people are, I think it'd be very interesting to ask a few other people. And if anyone else says anything, which I agree with, perhaps I'll put a thumbs up. But it's pretty plain to see.
Would you have information as well just now? Attendees at the Trump, so that goes with the reports earlier and the footage that was shared, that was being shared, that we've posted. Attendees at the Trump rally, that's from Olsen Defender in Pennsylvania, are claiming that the shooter was on the roof of a building adjacent to the rally and that he was eliminated by a Secret Service counter sniper team only seconds after he began shooting. That came in 7 minutes ago. Alexander, this is an area you'd probably be an expert on. Would love to get your thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Great. Yeah, so for context, my name is Alex McCoy. I'm a former Marine. Desire for a presidential candidate to interact with the voters, to be out there, to not be sort of hiding behind closed doors or, be behind big bulletproof barriers. And that is something that's always going to be a trade-off between.
Your mic, just be careful. Alexander, your mic, you have to stop moving your mic. In the meantime, I'm going to be posting a footage. The team's about to post a video any second now that shows the shooter on a rooftop. So I'd love to get your analysis of that footage. It should come in any second on my account, and the team will pin it at the top. But go ahead, just make sure you don't move your mic because you keep moving in and out.
Right-hand side, he sort of turned his head to the side when the shots were fired, and the counter sniper team appears to have been on a rooftop to his left. And so my interpretation is, you hear two sets of shots, the first likely coming from the shooter, the second likely a response by the counter sniper team. And it appears that they did eliminate this shooter, and there's some footage circulating of what appears to be a body on that opposite side rooftop that may be the shooter. It is really important that we try to be not you know, it's understandable to be angry. It's understandable to be, you know, very frustrated with the state of the country. And, you know, any use of violence in politics is just absolutely despicable. And even people like myself, who may not be fans of Donald Trump, should all be able to.
Doctor who apparently tried to, who said he tried to save someone's life in the crowd. We're just going to play it now.